Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week commencing the 20th of April. This week, Gemini, I'm going to take a look at the energies, and it's all about you, Gemini, my Gemini babies. I am a Gemini rising in both Vedic and Western astrology, and this is a big transit for us. Uranus has been stationed in Taurus, which is our 12th house, and this is all about things being blurry, foggy, illusions. It could be that you are breaking away from illusions, and breaking away from how you view the world, how you view your family, how you view yourself. It could be like you no longer want to sit in illusions, in the Delulu energy, right? You just want to break free. You're invigorated by it. You're kind of like, I know who I am now. I know what I'm worth. I know how you begin to see what people are truly like. You're kind of like, I know that this is a time now for me to break free of that. I need to stop wearing the rose tinted glasses. It needs to come off. I need to face reality. I need to see the truth about things, about people, about situations. And you're breaking free from that. It's revelating, and it's going in our first house of self, of body, of mind, of appearance, who we are, our identity. It may shift during these next 7 years. You may want to focus more on yourself, and that's absolutely fine, and Uranus is the higher octane of Mercury, which is all about communication. It's about speaking your truth. It's about doing things in a way. I'm laughing because all these cards are exactly what I've just said. At the bottom here, you've got intuition, which is the 12th house, right? So this is the base of the reading now, the core of your reading. You are now learning to listen to your intuition. Always trust your gut. The universe is constantly speaking to us. Will you choose to listen? I think you have. I think these last 7 years, you're beginning to trust yourself a lot more. You're beginning to see that your intuition is 100% on point, and you're like, I'm no longer just pushing that aside or putting it under the carpet and thinking to myself, I'm not right. You're like, I am right. So now it's going into the first house, which is all about self. It's about body. It's about your appearance. You may change your hairstyle. You may change your look. You may decide that you want to go on a fitness regime. It does correlate to your 7th house. The 7th house is your descendant, which is all about relationships. So the way you appear in relationships as well, the way you show up in relationships, you may predominantly want to put yourself first now. You're kind of like, this is my era. It's my time. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on what makes me happy. It could be that you change the way you look, and it kind of makes other people think, why are they doing that? Because it goes hand in hand, the 1st and the 7th house. It's the scales, the balance, right? So it could tip at one point, and it could be chaotic to others. Your appearance, the way you are, the way you're prioritizing yourself, it could make people think, why are they behaving like this all of a sudden? It's not all of a sudden though, is it, Gemini? You and I both know it's not all of a sudden. So the first card we have out here is self-care, and I absolutely love this. Self-care is not being selfish. You're investing in the most precious thing on earth, which is you. Absolutely love this for you. So I love it that you are now taking better care of yourself. You're putting yourself first. You're not negotiating on what it is that brings you happiness. What you won't settle anymore. You're like, I need to do what makes me happy. And if it's going to affect others in a negative way, then they need to look within themselves and ask themselves, why is it affecting me? Why is it affecting me that Gemini is now doing what they want to do? Why is it affecting me that Gemini are now putting themselves first? You came on this earth on your own. You came here for a journey. It's your experience. It's your life. Do not let anybody else tell you otherwise, Gemini. Okay? We also have speak your truth. If I can get it to focus, I'll be able to read out what it says. Are we going to focus? Never be afraid to speak your truth. Stand strong, shade the ground you walk on, and never back down from your own morals and beliefs. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is resonating with me so far. It's just like, I will be heard. I will not be silenced. And again, communication, your voice, speaking your truth, standing on your truth, believing your truth, allowing the illusions to erode, to slip away, to fall away, fall apart. You're like, I'm not doing this anymore. If it doesn't align with your morals and your values and your standards, you're not doing it. You're like, it doesn't align with me. If you want to team up with people, they need to have the same morals and standards of you. It's a non-negotiator. You're like, no, not happening. It's absolutely not happening. And the last card we have for you is love yourself. In order to love someone else, you must first love yourself. So now for the Geminis out there that are ready to fall in love, be in a relationship which aligns to your value, which sees your true worth and nature and says, do you know what? I'm hopelessly and madly in love with Gemini. It starts with you. Oh, I've got so many candles on my websites. Even this one, it says, I did it for me. Okay. So I've been running a business, Seven Twilights, for 5-6 years. And it's the first candle I made was Enchanted Self-Love. It's all about you. Okay. You, the way you appear, the way you love yourself, the way you will not compromise yourself, your beliefs, your values for anybody else. This is still saying to you that it's now time for you to do that, right? So let's have a look and see what the universe has in store for you. I've already shuffled these. I'll give it one more shuffle. For Gemini, please, what's to come this week when Uranus goes into Gemini? Our rising planet, our rising sign, I should say. For Gemini, please, source, what's coming for my beautiful Geminis? I was supposed to say this is predominantly for the rising signs. So if you want to check the reading for your other placements, I'm not sure it's going to be applicable to you because it is for the rising signs, Gemini. Okay, so we have thinker here. We are thinking, and it's number 44. So we're thinking about our foundations, our building blocks. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? Thinking. Okay, we are heavily in contemplation this week. There's also unfinished symphony. So there's something here that you are needing to finish up, something that you need to wrap up. Maybe you need to address before we can start this new chapter. Can I get one more, please, source? One more for Gemini. Thank you. I did see the blessed card. It wanted to flip out. So we've got blessed there. Wow, Gemini, new life. I knew this was going to be a good reading for us. I just knew it. Bottom of the deck, we've got truth be told. So it's like, I'm not even going to debate on it because I know the truth. If you want to sit in Delulu energy, that's fine. You go ahead. You can sit in Delulu energy. But for a lot of you, you're ready to embrace this new life, but you're thinking. And there's something that needs to be wrapped up here, something that you've been avoiding, I'm hearing. You've been avoiding this because it makes you feel uncomfortable to address the issue. It's an uncomfortable truth, uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had because you're thinking about it. But it's like you're not doing it because you want to one-up someone. You're not doing it because you want to feel that you are in charge. You're doing it because it's your truth, right? What are the energies? Thank you. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. Wow. And we have the Ten of Cups. Let's clarify these. What's the Seven of Wands, please, source? Clarify the Seven of Wands for me. Thank you. We have the Nine of Swords. There's that thinking. Overthinking. Excuse the noise. My neighbour is doing construction work. What's the Ace of Wands? That's that new life. So the thinking, the first card that came out, Seven of Wands to the Nine of Swords. Unfinished symphony is Ace of Wands. Before the new energy, before the new life comes, you're having to think. There we go. See? Truth. Ace of Swords and the Hangman. But you're waiting here. You're well, maybe it's surrender or maybe it's truth. I don't know. What is this? Let me look at the bottom before I completely shuffle. So you've got the Hermit, internalization, Knight of Swords, the conversation, King of Wands about your future, whether or not you want to invest in something. There's something here about, I'm looking at my long-term future, my goals, my aspirations, my dreams, where I want, all your vision for your future. It's like you're confident about it, but there's something stopping you here. Something stopping you from having this conversation. It could be with a Virgo, could be with a Libra or a Gemini or Aquarius. But you're waiting here. Like you're patiently waiting to have for the right time for the conversation. Oh, that's what it is. You're waiting to find the right time for the conversation. But you've internalized this. You have gone deep within and you are asking yourself, like, how do I go about doing this? How do I go about saying this? So what's this new life with the 10 of Cups when when Uranus goes into Gemini? We've got the Page of Swords and the King of Swords. Beautiful. You're learning how to articulate your words. You're learning how to communicate in truth, in dignity, in wisdom, in intelligence. I'm not going to take these because they fell face down. I am taking these because they were face up. So, okay. I like this for you, Gemini. Bottom of the deck, we have the female King of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, so 2 cards, and the Queen of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. There's something here and the 2 of Wands that you're not sure about. You're not sure about moving ahead with a particular person here. We've got the Knight of Wands, okay? The Knight of Wands is moving forward in a direction where it could be passionate, it could be impulsive, it could be aggressive, it could be arrogancy. Yeah, it could. There's something here about you not wanting to move ahead. You're not sure if you want to move ahead with this new adventure. You're like, I'm not sure, because we planned a certain way for our future. We saw something go in a certain way, but now you're confused about it, right? You're undecided. There's a decision that needs to be made here. And it seems to be like the decision that needs to be made is between you and another individual here, Gemini. The King of Swords, a page, a conversation, or you're learning. And then the Queen of Pentacles is there's something like you need to have a small conversation to get something out of the way. That's that unfinished symphony, right? The unfinished symphony I'm feeling here. Like, what is this King of Swords with the page and what is this? King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. There's something here about starting something new, but it's like small. In order for you to start something between you and this other individual, both feminine energies, because this King of Swords is the feminine King of Swords, right? Which is like you do want to do something. You lead with integrity, you lead with dignity, you speak your truth. This is all about you honoring your truth. But moving forward with the energies this week, I'm getting a sense of you know the direction you want to go. You want to honor your truth. You want to honor what it is that you want. But it feels like you're getting confused or you're sidetracked here because there is an offer that comes along from this Queen of Pentacles. Like they're offering something small to you, which may not even be what it is that you deserve, right? Why would you accept anything small? Like it could be like a small offer to do something. That's the feeling I'm getting here, but it's putting you in this kind of like decision, 2 of Swords. You're like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to accept that. It's definitely a plan to move forward though, because you've got the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Like someone's coming up here to you with an offer to do something in the future, and you just don't know. You're just like, I'm not sure if I want to partner up. I'm not sure if I want to team up, because you've got this thinking energy here that's causing you to put you're resisting it. You're putting your defenses up. 7 of Wands to the 9 of Wands to the 9 of Swords. You're like, I'm really confused about this. I'm worried about this. It's causing you stress and anxiety. It may not be like a huge thing, but it's something that's making you uncomfortable here, because I was picking up the energies I was picking up is that I'm confused and it's uncomfortable. Like it's an awkward conversation that I'm going to have because I'm afraid that this person's overstepping my boundaries. Maybe they're coming into my aura field, and I don't like it. It's worrying you, and you're kind of thinking, how am I going to express this? How am I going to tell this person that they're making me feel uncomfortable, that I don't like it? There's certain things here that I want to do, and it doesn't align with them, right? I had this here, like, shade the ground you walk on and never back down from your own morals and beliefs. So clearly, this speak your truth card is coinciding with this Seven of Wands and this Nine of Swords, because you're worried about this. You need to speak your truth. Never be afraid to speak your truth. Stand strong. Seven of Wands, right? Never back down from your own morals and your beliefs. Nine of Swords. Like, after you trapping yourself and limiting yourself, now comes the worry of how I've broken free, but how do I tell this individual that I don't want to go back into being restricted, into being limited, into being put in that small space again? There's just something here. I'm feeling like you don't want to be on guard, but you have to. You're on guard this week, and it's because you can't speak your truth. But Source is saying here to you, you need to speak your truth, because this is the beginning. In order for you to get to this new life, this unfinished symphony, you need to speak your truth. You need to tell this person how you feel. Like, stand strong, be courageous, be bold. What happens when Gemini speaks their truth and they free themselves from the worry of this conversation? They put their boundaries up and they're saying, you know, this is not what I want. I want to be maybe on my own. I want to be free. I want to do certain things. What comes after? Six of Cups. You're honoring yourself, Virgo. Virgo? Why did I say that? You're honoring yourself, Gemini. You're returning to yourself. This is a card of sincerity, of innocence, of peace, it's a welcome home card. It's a card to say, I'm returning back to myself and being compassionate to myself and being kind to myself and being loving to myself. I am giving myself that Ace of Cups. I'm returning home to me, to that sweet, innocent, delicate inner child that's inside me. I'm going to stand up for them, and I'm going to put a boundary, and I'm going to overcome this. So by you speaking your truth and standing your ground, you come home to yourself, Gemini. You're coming back to yourself. You're returning to self. This is return to self. This is beautiful, Gemini. So we have the Ace of Wands here to the Ace of Swords. Wow, these are two aces. So what are you waiting for? Or you're having to surrender to it? You need to surrender to the truth and to this new energy that you've changed. This is like change. You're enlightened. That's what this is. Excuse me. You're becoming enlightened, Gemini, with the truth and with new energy. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, new truth, new clarity, new observation, new ways of seeing things. I'm not surprised it's clicked. It has clicked. Uranus in Gemini is about perspective. It's a higher octane of Mercury. It's about seeing things differently. It's about realizing that you're seeing the world differently. You're seeing yourself differently. Your energy's changed. Your mind has changed. Gemini. And this is self-care. This is self-care. You are not being selfish. You're investing in the most precious thing on earth. You're investing in you. Gemini, this is a beautiful reading for you, because now you see the truth. You can't unsee it. Now that you've seen things differently, like upside down, you've seen things from a different perspective now. You're like, I see things differently. I'm not the person I once were. I've changed. I'm different. You're seeing things I don't know how many times I should say that. I don't know how many times I can say that to get this through to you, Gemini. You're not going to be the same person towards the end of this transit. You're going to have such clear clarity on everything and everyone, and it might scare them. It might just scare them. What comes next for Gemini after seeing the truth and being enlightened? What comes next? Oh my God. Oh my God. Gemini. Now, for some of you that don't want love, right? For some of you that don't want love, I think this is either you connecting with your higher self and seeing your future. You could like level up here when it comes to premonitions, your spiritual gifts. It could be enhanced because you have a clear mind now. Ace of Wands is a gift from spirit. That's my spirit card. That's the card that tells me that spirit's here and spirit is giving you a brand new chapter. In truth, integrity, in loyalty, in hard work. It's just like we've seen the work that you've had to do, and we are now gifting you this. This is a gift. Ace of Wands for me is a gift from the universe, and it could be for some of you a gift of love. After tarot deck, this is you embracing this. You are either embracing your higher self or you're embracing the love of your life. King of Wands is someone that is very, very, very attractive, passionate, hot, steamy, sensual. Oh my god, with the Queen of Cups. Ay, ay, ay. Somebody is watching you. How bizarre is this, right? We've got two aces. We've got the Page of Swords with the Ten of Cups and the King of Swords. And then here we have the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. So this person that's coming in for you has yin and yang energy. They are futuristic, they're different, they're unusual, they're unique, but they're compassionate and they're intuitive as well. They're kind and they're sensitive. And I feel like for a lot of you, someone's watching you here. Someone's got their eye on you. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. They're curious about you. They're like, Now, don't forget, this is a 7-year transit. So this isn't something that I'm going to say to you is happening this week. This is just the beginning. I just wanted to kind of get a little peek, a sneak preview of what's to come. And this is what's to come, like your identity. For some of you, you're just loving yourself. This is self-care. You're embracing yourself, your flaws, your dysregularities. I don't even know if that is a word. I don't know why that came in my head. Your peculiarness as well. Like, for some of you, you're peculiar. You're a Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm peculiar as fuck. Like, people look at me and they're like, why are you so goofy? I'm like, because I am. Because I'm a big kid. But that's not saying I'm not serious. I mean, I live alone. I've got 3 kids. I've got my responsibilities. I have a job. I'm studying for a psychology degree. I have a serious side to me, but 80% of the time, I'm just a big kid, goof around. And I know all the jibs and jabs, like I know 6, 7, and low key. My son is just like, low key, I don't know. It's like, you sound like Loki from Thor. Who's Loki? What's Loki? So they keep me young. They keep me vibrant. They keep me vivacious, but I kind of know anyway, because I like that, and you may like that as well. You're a Gemini rising, right? You're unusual, you're different, you're peculiar. But I'm just like, I'm loving this energy. I cannot wait for this chapter to begin, because this is just amazing. Now, new life. I didn't clarify that unfinished symphony, so it could be like you need to change your perspective on how you are with your relationships. That's another message that's coming through. It could be like maybe you need to change the way you're viewing something right now, an unfinished symphony. Maybe this thing between you and this other individual here, this Queen of Pentacles, and because you're the King of Swords, the female King of Swords, but there's something here about this dynamic needs to change, and what needs to change is your perspective. Like, maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, and you just need to have an honest conversation in order for you to move forward with the next chapter. It's not breaking the relationship. I'm not saying you need to end the relationship, but it's just they need to see your perspective, your side, and vice versa. Okay? So new life, we have the 10 of Cups. Dream life, happiness, abundance, your dreams, your wishes coming true, unionship, partnership, harmony, balance, duality. I mean, it's everything, right? 10 of Cups is everything. But we have the King of Swords here and the Page of Swords. So you're learning to trust yourself here, Gemini. You're learning to put your trust in yourself. And you're going to be very curious this time as well. Like, for some of you, you could be wanting to increase your knowledge. So you're going from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. So this 7-year could be a complete upgrade. Now, I know for me, like my psychology degree, I've got another 6 years left. So for 6 years, that's just my life, right? And it's long, it's tedious, it's hard work. Sometimes I want to pack it in, but I know that it's for the greater good and it's for my family. It's my dream, it's my wish, it's my purpose. I've wanted to do it since I was a kid. So it could be something along those lines for you as well, where you're reinventing yourself. Page of Swords to the King of Swords, you're reinventing your whole self. You're reinventing your aura. You're reinventing your stage, and you're stepping into this new life. You're like, yep, I'm ready. This is me. After giving yourself the self-love and the self-care that you need and acquire so much. 111, as I say that on the clock, pure manifestations. You are reinventing yourself and you're giving yourself what it is you need. And you're curious about this as well. I can see here that you want to learn, you want to ask questions, you want to soak up all the information. You want to be someone that people can trust, that people can turn to for advice, for help. You want to be this. This is what this card is saying to me. Like, I want to embody truth, integrity, leadership, authority, but I want to do it in the right way. I don't want to do it so I'm one-upping someone. And that's the kind of message I was getting at the beginning. Like, you're not doing this to prove a point to anyone but yourself. You're doing it for you and for your family. When I say your family, I mean like your children. If you don't have children, you're doing it for you. You're doing it as part of your dream. This is your dream. So what comes after for Gemini, please? After the Page of Swords and the King of Swords. What comes after for Gemini? Wow, you set yourself free. What did I say to you about setting yourself free? There's something here about you unleashing. You're setting yourself free. You're unbinding those limitations. You're taking the limitations off and you're cutting through it with the Ace of Swords. Because you're seeing the truth, right? You're seeing the truth of the matter. There's something here about you. I see clearly now. I'm no longer blinded. But what's funny about this card, Gemini, is the Eight of Swords. There's someone coming to rescue her. Now, I'm not saying you need to be rescued, because God forbid, a lot of people will say, oh, I don't need anyone, I don't need a knight in shining armor. But what's wrong? What's the harm in having someone fight for you, by your side? The truth is, I think that someone is coming. Someone is here. You're going to see, you'll be able to see just who is willing to fight for you, just who is willing to come and rescue you, to your aid. Because the Ace of Swords is about seeing the truth. And the Falcon there is seeing far and wide. Even though he has a patch on his eye, his one eye is better than 4 human eyes. It's laser focus. So you're able to you're focused on who it is that is by your side, who liberates you. Bang. Drop mic. I told you I was goofy. Who liberates you? This is beautiful. This is you saying, I now know who liberates me and I now know who makes me feel trapped and small. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we'll close up with an Archangel Michael card. So we've got the Magician here. Wow. And the Lovers. Some of you, and the Ten of Wands to the Star. This, for some of you, this is definitely love. Definitely love. Two scenarios. If it's not about love, this is about you following your North Star, your guidance, your direction, and manifesting a life for yourself where it's peace, duality, harmony, the good, the bad, the light, the dark, all of that. And you are dropping your burdens. You're saying, no more. I'm not doing this anymore. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with carrying other people's responsibilities. I'm done with having my heart broken. I'm done with being let down. I'm done with having to prove my point. I'm done with having to show up every day for people that don't value me and appreciate me. Gemini. My God. My goodness, Gemini. Gemini came in with a bang this week. Archangel Michael, message for you, please. For Gemini, please, Archangel Michael. Thank you. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. Bloody hell, Gemini. Wow. I'm lost for words, and I think I'm going to name this video that. I'm lost for words. I'm speechless. And that rarely happens, as you know, because we are Gemini risings. Lost for words.